Good morning, all. I am Abhirami, Assistant Professor, Department of Costume Design and Fashion. I am presenting a topic textile fibers. Fiber is a basic component of any textile material. There are different types of fibers around us in daily use. Textile fibers are classified into two, that is, staple and filament. Staple fibers. Fibers with a short length and measurable in inches are called as staple fibers. Filament fibers. Fibers with long length and measurable in meters are called filament fibers. So, this is a classification of textile fibers according to source. Textile fibers are classified into two, that is, natural fibers and man made fibers. Natural fibers. Fibers which are obtained from the natural origin directly or indirectly referred as natural fibers. Fibers obtained from the natural origin can be subclassified into three categories, that is, vegetable fibers, animal fibers, and mineral fibers. So, vegetable fibers. These fibers are basically cellulosic fibers. Vegetable fibers are basically obtained from various parts of the plant such as seeds, bast, leaf, fruit, stalk, etc. Seed fibers. Seed fibers are obtained from seeds such as cotton, kapok, etc. The cotton fibers are widely used for the apparel purpose, medical uses, and other textile application. Leaf fibers. So these fibers are obtained from leaves of plants such as sisal, pineapple. And these fibers are used for marine ropes and cement reinforcement. The next one is fruit fibers. And these fibers are obtained from the fruit of the plant such as coir fiber. Is nothing but a coconut fruit. These fibers are mainly used for manufacturing doormats, carpets. Bast fibers. Bast fibers are obtained from the bast surrounding to the stem of the plant such as jute, hemp, flax, rami, etc. And these fibers have more strength and durability. So they are used for manufacturing durable yarns, fabrics, packaging materials and paper. The next one is the stalk fibers, and these fibers are extracted from stalks of the plant such as straws of rice, wheat and other crops. Bamboo and grass fiber is also included. The next classification is animal fiber. Animal fibers are naturally occurring fibers that are sourced from animals. The fibers are mainly made up of protein molecules, and the basic element of protein molecule is carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen and oxygen. Example for animal fibers are wool and silk. So these are the common examples. So wool is possibly the oldest fiber known to humans. It was one of the first fiber to be spun into yarn and woven into a fabric. Wool mostly comes from sheep but also from camels and goats. Silk is a kind of fiber that is obtained naturally from silkworms by a process called sericulture. Mineral fibers. These are the inorganic materials shaped into fibers. Asbestos is the example of mineral fiber. These are fireproof, resistant to acid. So, these fibers mainly found in the industrial application. The next classification is man-made fibers. As the name itself indicates, these textile fibers are made by man to meet the particular requirements. The chemical composition, structure, and properties are significantly modified during the manufacturing process. Depending on the raw material chosen for making these fibers, it can be subclassified into regenerated man-made, synthetic fibers, inorganic fibers. Regenerated man-made. Regenerated fibers are made from cellulose polymers that occur naturally in plants such as cotton, wool, hemp, and flax. Material like rayon and acetate, two of the first man-made fibers to be produced. Here plant cellulose was taken and then made into fibers. In the manufacturing process of these fibers, cellulose is fairly reduced to the pure viscose form and then formed into the fiber form by extrusion through the spinneret. Spinneret is a device used to form the filaments. Examples for regenerated fibers are viscose rayon, modal, bamboo viscose. The next one is synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are manufactured from the petrochemicals. Examples polyester, nylon, acrylic. These fibers are formed by polymerization of monomers. Once the polymer is formed, it can be formed into a filament by converting that polymer into fluid form and extruding the molten through the spinneret to give filaments. Inorganic fibers. These textile fibers are also called as metallic fibers. Metallic fibers are drawn from the ductile metals such as copper, gold, silver, and can be extruded or deposited from more brittles such as nickel, aluminum, and iron. Example is glass fiber. The next one is the fiber properties. Fibers have different properties. It may include physical, mechanical, chemical, and environmental. Physical properties. It can be evaluated with a naked eye or with a microscope. The first one is color. It is manufactured fiber or usually white, whereas natural fibers vary in shades from white to brown, tan, and black. The next one is shape. Length. Fibers may be staple or filament. Cross-section. The cross-section refers to the appearance of the fiber when viewed across its diameter. Each fiber has different cross-sections. Example, oval, round, dog bone, triangle, serrated, etc. Surface contour. It is referred to as a longitudinal appearance. Diameter. It is the width of the cross-section. Crimp. The waves or bumps of a fiber. The next one is cover. The ability of a fabric to hide what is beneath it. If we take equal volume of two fibers having different cross sections, that is with round shape and flat shape, the flat shape cross section fiber has good covering power when compared to the round cross section fiber. Hand. Texture or how the fiber feels when you touch. Luster. The amount of light that is reflected from a fiber. The shape of the fiber affects the lustrous property. Pilling. Small balls of fiber will form on the surface of a fabric. The next one is the mechanical properties. The mechanical properties of fibers are determined in a textile testing laboratory, and testing procedures have been developed by organizations such as AATCC and ASTM. Abrasion resistance. The ability of a fiber to withstand the effects of rubbing or friction. It is an important factor in durability of fiber, yarn, or fabric. Dimensional stability. The ability of a fiber to maintain its original shape, neither shrinking nor stretching. Elastic recovery. The ability of a fiber to return to its original length after being stretched. Example is elastomeric fiber. Creep recovery. A fiber that will slowly recover to its original length after being stretched. Elongation. The lengthening or stretching of a fiber. Flexibility. Fibers that bend or fold easily have good flexibility. The flexibility of fiber contributes to a drape of a fabric. Drape is the ability of a fabric hanging graceful folds. Resiliency or wrinkle recovery. The ability of a fiber to return to its original shape, bending or folding. Example, polyester fiber. The next one is tenacity. It means the fiber strength. Okay. Chemical properties. The chemical properties of a fiber determine how it will react when it is exposed to the chemical substances in production and in cleaning. Absorbency. Ability of a fiber to take in moisture. Hydrophilic fibers are those that can absorb moisture. Hydrophobic fibers do not readily absorb moisture. Next one is wicking, the ability of a fiber to carry moisture along its surface. Chemical reactivity. Fibers differ in their reaction to chemicals. Dyes, pigments, finishes, soaps, detergents, and bleachers are examples of chemical agents that are used on textiles. Effect of heat. Fibers react differently to heat. Most synthetic fibers are thermoplastic, which means that they will melt or soften when exposed to heat. Flammability. This characteristic is important in determining the end-use suitability. When exposed to an open flame, some fibers may actively burn, some may smolder, and others are non-combustible. Environmental properties. The first one is sensitivity to climate. Climatic conditions such as sunlight and air pollution will cause some fibers to become worse. Sensitivity to microorganisms. Microorganisms such as mold and mildew can damage some textiles. Thank you.